This is the Cleveland, a Tier 7 cruiser. It's the top of the alternate cruiser line on the American ship tree. I've had it for a while. I haven't really played it much. Whenever I have played it, I have done rather poorly. And, it's time to get serious with the Cleveland and try to figure it out. So let's take a look at the commander, who is Norman Scott. His base trait is directed impact, increases the shell grouping of your cruiser's main guns. As for inspirations, I have Lucian's Gimlet, increases the AP shell damage of your cruiser. The second inspiration is Yamamoto, enhances the armor-piercing capabilities of your cruiser's shells. As for the skills, I have Beyond Range, increase the main battery range of your cruiser. The second skill is Igniter, increases the chance of causing fire with your cruiser's main or secondary batteries. Third skill is Punch Through, increases the armor-piercing capabilities and maximum damage of your cruiser's AP shells. The fourth skill is Fixated, increases the main battery shell grouping for your cruisers and improves the main battery accuracy for any ship type. As far as the legendary skill, you can see I have them ranked up to 15.3. 3 is the legendary rank, and I have Fully Packed, gains 1 additional charge for each equipped consumable, as well as reducing the reload time for all consumables. And the range to the allied ship to activate the special effect is 2.75 kilometers. Upgrade to rank 4 increases the radius to 3.5 kilometers. Okay, so let's take a look at the upgrades for the ship. First upgrade is Aiming Systems Mod 1. Second upgrade is Propulsion Mod 2. Time taken to reach full power is 50% when accelerating. Third upgrade is Steering Gears Mod 3. Fourth upgrade is Main Battery Mod 3, which decreases the reload time by 12%. Main battery traverse speed is decreased by 13%, but so far this hasn't been much of a problem. And then I have the rest of the default upgrades here. Targeting System Mark 7 Mod 2, firing range increases 10%. The next default upgrade is Artillery 152mm Mark 16 Mod 1. Reload time is 5.3 seconds. Maximum shell damage is 3762 for the AP shells. Maximum shell damage for the HE shells is 2300, with a 16% chance of setting fires every 5.3 seconds, so that will compound rather quickly, I think. And finally we have the Cleveland Hull B. Hit points are 36,900. Rudder shift time is 4.3 seconds. Let's look at the loadout. Normal HE explosive shells, armor piercing shells, normal damage control party. Here for the second consumable, you have either the sonar or the defensive AA fire. I've selected sonar. Then we have the normal radar, which is good up to 9 kilometers. Consumable duration is 30 seconds, and it takes 174.6 seconds to reload. You get 3 of those radars per mission. And then here I either have the repair party or the catapult fighter. I don't know who would pick the catapult fighter, but there it is. And then here I'm running these boosters. And for the camo, I have the Stars and Stripes permanent camo, and it was from the Stars and Stripes Red, White, and Blue campaign. Sea detectability and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5%. Let's look at the stats. Survivability hit points, as we said, is 36,900. Armor is 13 to 165 millimeters. Torpedo damage reduction is non-existent at 4%. As for the artillery, there are 12 guns in 4 turrets. Firing range is 16.8 kilometers. Reload time is 5.3 seconds. The traverse speed is 20.7 seconds, which is great. That's why we don't mind missing out on the traverse speed on that upgrade option that we saw. HE shell damage is 2300 at a 16% chance of setting fire, as we've seen, and the AP shell damage is 3762, as we saw. Secondary armament, there are 12 guns. The range is 5.2 kilometers with a 6-second reload time, and the shell damage there is 1800 with an 8% chance of setting fire. Here are your AA defensive numbers. There are a great number of AA defenses on the ship. Maneuverability, 33 knots, 660 meter turn radius, rudder shift time is 4.3 seconds, concealment is 12 kilometers. Let's take a look at the armor. You can see it's pretty lightly armored as expected, though the turrets are armored a little bit more heavily. Let's remove the armor and take a look at the Citadel. And you can see the Citadel is below the water, though there is some green on the side, which will be a problem. And if you go out in the open water, you will get taken out almost immediately. You kind of have to play the ship. At least I found that you have to play the ship from cover. Let's look at the overview. Surgical shells. Short shell fuse time results in lower chance for overpenetration. That is awesome. Reloader, above average main battery reload speed. Agile, above average ability to change direction. This is a Cleveland class cruiser, and the ship had excellent AA capabilities and good armor protection for this ship type. With all performance characteristics combined, she was one of the most powerful light cruisers of the World War II period. Entered service in 1942, and there were 28 ships in the series. Well, that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and take a look at some highlights. Alright, we're in standard, we're in land of fire. And as I said, I've had the Cleveland for quite a while, but I've kind of struggled with it. I haven't really had that much luck with it, but recently I did get the Atlanta B, and I had a lot better luck with that, so I started playing the Cleveland again to try to see if I could sort myself out with it. And in this match, I think you'll see that I do a little bit better. First thing I noticed about the Cleveland after playing the Atlanta, which has a 13-kilometer firing range, is the Cleveland has a much greater firing range, so that is awesome. The reload time of the main battery seems kind of similar, so the ships really do play kind of similarly. The Cleveland obviously does not have torpedoes where the Atlanta B does. Those torpedoes are so short that have so little range that it's kind of hard to use them. You have to be in close quarters. But here, you know, the match is starting out here, and I've got this Otago B that is broadside to me, and I'm going to head over to this island for cover, but I'm going to try to take some pot shots at this Bismarck and the Otago. I've got that guy on my mind, and so now I'm just going to start targeting the Bismarck. There's 3 ships over here, the Cleveland, the Bismarck, and the Otago, but I start a fire on the Bismarck, so I've got them dialed in, so I'm just going to keep peppering them and see if I can continue to cause more damage and more fires. 4,000 damage already, so this is looking pretty good. I am hitting the island, which is not great. So here I realize that it was the island that I'm right next to, which is giving me the blocked island indicator, not the island that the Bismarck was behind, and that's where I was getting confused. So I backed up and I sort of have a clear shot, so now I'm going to try hitting the Bismarck again, and I'm kind of having a tough time. He's not really spotted. There he is, he's showing up and disappearing. And this is more or less fruitless, I think. I don't think this is really going to get me the damage I'm looking for. So there's the Cleveland over there, so I'm going to start hitting that guy. And I get several hits on him. He is starting to move away, so I'm trying to lead him. I can't really see where his hull is, so I'm kind of estimating as best I can. And I'm not missing, but I can't tell from this vantage point whether I'm too far or too short. So eventually I start moving the aim forward and backwards to try to see if I can dial myself in. And it's not really working so great so far. And so there the Cleveland is gone. That's what happens when you're out in the open water like that. You will get obliterated big time. So I'm totally mindful of that the entire time. There, the Bismarck sticks his hull out just enough to where I can get a gauge on it. And now I'm going to start hitting this guy for more fire. And you can see that he is starting to move pretty quickly. He must have the speed booster, battle booster on there. And once he gets out here in the open, I'm really going to start firing down on this guy. And this is like raining fire. This is awesome. This is one of the cool parts of playing these ships. And for me, this is like great fun. It's almost as good as a Citadel hit. And here this guy is just getting peppered. He is starting to angle away. So I'm trying to compensate, but now I've lost sight of the hull. So I'm totally guessing on trying to hit him here. You can see he is burning, it looks like, and once he gets up to 23,000 damage, that's going to be it. And there, it looks like he put the fire out. I'm not able to start any more fires. I'm going to try the Otago B. But you can see he got blown out in a dev strike right there by the Ladstock. So that is awesome for my teammate. So now I'm going to try the Bismarck over here a little bit more. And now he's getting close to my maximum range. And you can see my shells are falling way behind him. So I'm having a hard time trying to get a good aim on him. There I'm hitting him for a few more shells, and he's destroyed. So that's it for those ships in that area of the map, and now it's time to go forward and venture out and see if I could hunt down some more of the red team. But I really do not want to go in the open water here. Whenever I have done that in the past, I really haven't lasted very long. I've had such bad matches with the Cleveland that I've gotten messages in the PlayStation Network from people who are playing on my team telling me how terrible I am in the Cleveland. So, you know, hopefully they'll see this video and figure out that I finally sorted it out. So the match is exactly even right now, and it looks like it's okay to go in the open water. It doesn't look like there is any enemy. You can see my radar is on a cooldown right here, and you see there's an Amagi that is coming into range, and as soon as he comes into range, I'm just going to start hitting him from behind this cover right here. And this guy is going to have one heck of a time dealing with this rain of fire. And this is just a perfect setup for the Cleveland as far as I could tell. So you have to be behind cover, and you have to be able to get a good setup like this. It might not be possible in every map, but in this case, it certainly is. You can see he's on fire and he's burning a little bit. If I can get a couple more hits on him, I might be able to get some more fires. But he isn't really moving very fast, so this is like a great target for me. And even though I'm firing at him, you can see I'm not being spotted by the red team, so nobody is spotting me, and this is just an awesome setup. This is what you want to look for every time you're in a match with one of these ships. And there, I took out the Amagi. I think that's my first kill into Cleveland, actually, especially in a standard battle. So 34,000. The game, again, is still exactly even, so I'm going to creep out here a little bit and see if I could spot any of the red team. I'm really wary of going out here in the open water. If I get caught the wrong way, I know that I will get blown out extremely quickly. The Hipper is out of range, so I'm not really going to spend much time with him, I don't think. I don't really want to stay here either, so that's why I'm kind of going out here. I'm hoping that if I do get spotted by a battleship, I've got enough speed to back up and go behind cover. And there's a Bismarck right there, and a Boise. So the Bismarck disappeared, so now it's the Boise's turn to get some Cleveland action here. And so now you can see that I messed up. On my reverse, I hit the wrong rudder and I was going in the wrong direction, but I've corrected that, and that error is done, and I'm going to start hitting this guy and go behind the cover here. I think the Boise is also a pretty good fire starter, but nothing like this. So now we're going to continue to rain fire on this guy, and he is not going to last very long. Here we're up to 49,000, 50,000 damage. This is awesome. 6 fire started in the match. That is not bad. And this Boise is just getting withered away. And he is aiming at the wrong guy. I don't think he can aim at me because I'm undercover. And here you can see that after he went so far, the island was blocking me, so all my shells were not hitting. In the excitement of targeting the Boise, I think I missed the fact that I was being blocked. But here's the Bismarck. This guy is another perfect target, so it seems like the entire match I'm being set up perfectly from firing behind cover and ships that are broadside at a casual speed out in the open like this. So this is like the awesome setup. And I think the Bismarck is concentrated on that battleship right there, so he's not concentrated on me. So lucky for me, that battleship is there. And now I'm just going to continue to rain fire on this guy. And the fire damage is really compounding right now. 70,000 damage. The battleship did get taken out by the Bismarck, but he definitely helped me out. And the Bismarck is really cooking right now. And here he took a shot at me, but since I have full health, I hope I can withstand whatever I take. And I'm behind the island already, and he wasn't really able to damage me at all. Just a few hundred points. So that's okay. I'm up to 79,000 damage, and this is my top score into Cleveland. And I'm kind of like deciding whether I really want to go out there, but since I have full health and I know that Bismarck doesn't, I decide to give it a shot. And, you know, the Bismarck is starting to capture my flag, so if I do nothing, we're going to lose the match because the flag's going to be captured. So here, I take a chance, and I'm relying on the fact that he's not going to absolutely destroy me in one salvo, and he does have 30 seconds to reload, and I can hit him with many more shots in that 30 seconds and possibly cause many more fires. So now I'm up to 90,000 damage, and he is on fire, and he is definitely cooking right there. And you can see it's only 380 hits per damage hits per shell hit, so it's not really that much of an impact, but he is burning, and I don't think it's going to last very much longer. Up to 103,000. This is awesome. And there he is gone. That is awesome. The match is ended. And as far as I'm concerned, that's how you play the Cleveland. You have to stay behind cover. Do not go out in the open water, otherwise you will get obliterated. 387,000 credits in that match. 106,000 total damage. 225 target hits, 2 destroyed ships, 10 fires. That is pretty good. With the boosters and everything you saw, I got 4,800 XP, 700 global XP, and over 11,000 commander XP. Let's see how I did on the team result. Came in second place. That is not bad. I'm very happy with that. I'll take that. That is awesome. And here's the economy tab. After it was all said and done, we made 235,000 on that joyride. That was awesome. So yeah, so that's how you play the Cleveland. You have to stay behind cover and use fire and just wither away your enemy. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.